All right. Good morning, AP Lit. It is Thursday, April 30th, the last day of April. Tomorrow's May Day, International Workers' Day. Celebrate a worker that you know who maybe still has their job. Anyway, well, we've got a grading policy from the district finally, okay? You might have saw this coming. There are no grades for second semester. It is credit or no credit. All right, there's not many more details that they've divulged at this point. I'll let you guys know as I hear more, but no A's, B's, or C's, anything like that. It's either pass or no pass. You get the credit or you don't. Seniors, you guys can actually turn in work until something like mid-July or something like that. Look into this if you haven't already. But you can get your work in after the fact, even after the school year ends. They're trying to make as many accommodations as they can. So we finally have a grading policy. I can't imagine there's going to be final exams. I'm not sure, but so that means you've got 3 grading periods that are going to be averaged into pass or no pass. All right. So make your decisions based on that about what you do here. If you're taking the test, we've decided we know what it's going to be, and it is prose analysis. So I had you guys, hopefully for homework, you looked over the options of essays we had already done. Let me know if you need me to send you those prompts. I'm happy to send you Birthday Party, Lady Windermere's Fan, or Kiss and Tell, or all 3, or just 2 of those if you want. Let me know you already wrote to those. Those are good sample prompts so you can begin to get a sense of what to expect on the actual exam, which again is Wednesday, May 13th at 11 a.m. Okay, and you're going to be taking that from a mobile device in your home. All right, so I'm going to introduce today's lesson or the practice prompt that I'm going to give you, and then I'm send that out to you guys as a quote class, and then I'm going to record a little ditty later that I'll send out to you guys as a separate email with a video link that kind of goes over the slide deck of information that hopefully you got from me yesterday. There should have been all kinds of links. It was from NEPO, communication straight from AP Central, right? The College Board, AP folks. And it should give you pretty much everything you need to know. But I will review that and kind of go over the slide deck on the screen with you as well in a separate email. If you guys aren't taking the test and you don't want to deal with it, that's fine. You don't have to look at it, right? Just look at today's, please. What is the prose analysis essay? Well, you know, we've done a few. It's an excerpt of 500 to 700 words. All right. And that's what we should do with our time. So attached to this document are recommendations for how to write those prose analysis essays that I've gone over before, but I'll give it to you again here attached at the bottom of the document, and I will review it orally now. And then I'm not going to go over the prompt much itself. It's attached, but you should hit that cold as always. Take about 40 or 50 minutes, produce some kind of essay, right? Send it to me, submit it, and I will give you feedback. I'll give you credit too, but due dates are flexible and credit's getting weird here as we get deeper into this strange second semester, which we now know is pass, no pass. All right. Before I hit the recommendations document, let me do this. What are you supposed to do on these prose analysis essays, and how are they different, for example, from the open question thing you just did on a dollhouse, the kind of summative in-class essay style thing we did for a dollhouse, which I've gotten that's from a few of you. And again, if you want to submit that to me, I will look at it, give you meaningful feedback on this road to the test. All right. So let me see if I can mobilize this document here. Suggestions for how to do this prose style thing. All right. This should hopefully look familiar. Prose and poetry, I have the same set of suggestions. Notice they're slightly different from the open question, the sort of thematic prompt where you're writing to a play or a novel. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to do that. You're being evaluated on one essay, and it's a relatively random excerpt of prose that the AP committee is going to hit you with and give you a writing task. Okay, so I've got my little mobile cursor here, and hopefully we're still recording. Recommendations for writing prose analysis essays for the APE English Lit and Comp exam. All right. First of all, mark up the prose excerpt or poem. What do you see? What is significant? Okay, on the actual test, you're not going to be able to edit on the screen, right? You're going to want to try and do a split screen if you can, the prompt on one side, and then your essay, a blank text that you're going to upload on the other side. You can print the prompt under test conditions, but it's an extra step. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to do that. But if you print out the prompt that the AP committee gives you on test day, you're going to be able to mark it up a little bit. As it is, you might be staring at a screen and having to take some notes about what the excerpt says. It's a little bit awkward. But if you can print it out, plan before the process by which you're going to get the prompt printed, access the AP website on that magical test day, and get that thing and then print it, and then you can mark it up. But you should put some pre-thought into it, all right? Or at least take some notes. Plan. I think you're crazy if you don't plan. What will you discuss in each paragraph? Have you covered all the prongs of the prompt? All right, keep checking in with yourself. Have I covered everything that they're going for, that they want me to include? Does my plan allow for getting every single detail of what the AP committee is asking for? All right, take us to the intro. It's short and concise, remember? Echoing the prompt language. Use some of the same language they use so that you are really targeted and surgical. Save quotes and analysis for the body of the essay. Don't put that in your intro. All right, have a thesis and topic sentences. I think you should have them pre-written. Quote extensively from the prose excerpt, but avoid quoting entire sentences or lines. Remember, we are trying to pepper the analysis. You're trying to infuse short quotes or pieces of quote into your analysis. Not so good to have these long, chunky quotes. Try and break them down, all right? It's okay if you include a full sentence, but it shouldn't be much more. Again, you want to fully analyze all your quotes. So if there's a long quote, you got to break it up into pieces and analyze each piece, right? Support all analysis with quotes from the text, obviously. So analyze the quotes, provide quotes for the analysis. It's this dialectical thing. You just got to make sure that they're both there. Fully develop the ideas in your analysis. You guys, some of you guys, this is going to be the determining factor between whether you do really well or maybe barely don't pass. How much evidence do you provide, quotes? How much do you develop your analysis and really link it to what the prompt is asking you to do? Okay. Aim for striking a balance between evidence and analysis. That's the E and A and TEA. In your body paragraphs, quantitatively, the number of words should be about even as much as possible. That's your goal. If you err on either side, don't sit there and beat yourself up about it or hyper edit and then run out of time. Stay focused on what the prompt is asking. Don't get sidetracked. And conclusions, I like them, time permitting. The AP committee likes them, but I don't like, and I don't think the AP committee likes it when you restate what you already said. So the conclusion is reflective, philosophical, and says something new, or don't bother. Don't waste your time on a conclusion that says what you already said, right? That's just a poor use of time, and it's a flat conclusion, okay? So these are the reminders, for what it's worth, of what you need to keep in mind as you're writing your prose analysis essay. And you can have this in front of you if you want to. You guys, you can have all the materials that you can possibly load on your desk while you're taking this test. Don't forget about that. Whatever materials you may find useful, right? And also you're going to have, of course, your AP checklist all ready to go and filled out while you're taking the test. But let's save that for the next video where I'm specifically talking about test stuff. Right? Tune into that website if you haven't, you guys. All right. They are blitzing you with resources and materials. So don't get overwhelmed. Look for what you can use and make sure you can get on that system on the magic day. All right. Stop the screen share here. I'm back. All right. So again, the prompt itself, which is also attached, that which I want you to write to by Monday, if you can. Do these as you can. If you can't, you can't. Right? But if you want feedback, if you want to practice the question type that you're going to get on test day, that's what I'm offering you. I got 1 today, 2 next week, and then the last day of quote class before the actual test, Monday, May 11th. I may just kind of review this stuff, or I'm not sure if I'm going to give you another prompt. I probably will, and you guys will do it or not do it. I just want to make sure you guys have plenty of materials. Keep in mind, the website has way more materials than you could even possibly do if you spend all your time between now and then doing it. So use what I'm giving you as necessary, but avail yourself also of the AP materials. All right. So the prompt I'm giving you, again, I'm not going to read it or anything. I want you to hit it cold and do your best, because that's going to approximate the task itself. You may even try practicing split screen if you can. looking at the prompt on one side and having a typed interface on the other side, because that's going to be the easiest way to do it, as I said, on test day. Okay. A word appears, a title appears in the prompt, and I just want you guys to have a little context for that. All right. The word is Monseigneur. It's French. Monseigneur, Monseigneur, right? What is that supposed to suggest? Well, don't get too fancy. All you need to know is it's a French term for nobility, a French term for aristocracy, for the ruling class, rich people back in the day. All right. It usually refers to a religious figure. It can refer to a prince or a noble, but the connotation of Monsignor is much more that of a bishop, a high-ranking prelate, some sort of religious figure. Okay. So take that information in with you as you practice this. Again, if you're so inclined. I know you guys have stuff to deal with. I don't want to blitz you with stuff, but on the other hand, I want you to feel like you have plenty of materials and the opportunity to practice so that you can test your mettle against this challenging test. And hey, man, get yourself some college credits. Then you don't have to take bonehead English in college. Hell, you might never have to take another English class if you can pass this test. All right. I love you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions or stress or anything. Again, I'm going to dispatch another video later today that is going through that slide deck from the email that I forwarded you guys the other day. I'm also going to include key contact information and AP website URLs for resources and materials on today's classes dispatch, right? So take care of yourselves. Practice this prompt if you have the headspace and wherewithal. Get it to me in as timely a fashion as you can. Again, I'll read it, give you a grade, have bullet point comments about what you need to improve or focus on. And this and the next 2 or 3 that I give you, hopefully you can have the experience of preparing meaningfully for this test, because I want you guys to crush it, not for me, but for you. All right. I hope all's well. It's getting pretty intense, this quarantine stuff, but I know you guys are going to emerge stronger possibly than you came into it. All right. Take care. I'll tune in with you guys again on Monday with another prompt, and I will briefly review the one that I gave you today, give you some meaningful feedback and ways that you could tackle it. Okay. Take care, you guys, and I will check in with you soon. Later on.